Welcome to Unit 1 of Organic Chemistry. We're going to go over a few resources that we have at our disposal in order to help get an introduction to the course. So, first off, we're going to be doing pretty much everything through Google Classroom. Now, I don't have everything completely set up in here yet, but by the time you get here, it will be. I've got enough here just to show you what this is going to look like. In each unit, you're going to come in here, you're going to find the unit, Unit 1, IUPAC naming. You'll read the introduction, and I'll have all of the learning targets set up. These will go through everything that your workbook goes through. In fact, I'm going to have in each of these, the pages in your workbook will also be documents on these learning targets. Now, most of these will have some explanation, kind of giving you a brief introduction to the learning target. It'll have some supplemental links if those exist, if I was able to find some. We'll have the pages, the lecture notes. I'll have YouTube videos that have me walking you through each thing that you need to learn about. This one's a little bit longer, but look at these. Most of these videos are only 5 minutes long. And then we'll have the homework in here. I'll also have answer keys uploaded. And what you'll be doing is just working through each of these learning targets one by one, making sure that you're getting the correct answers on the homework, checking your answers and the answer keys. You'll work through a lab when it's available. A lot of these labs will have some amount of downtime, like the distillation. While the distillation is running, it can take between 2 and 4 hours total. So during that time, you'll be able to work on the next learning target. So once you come in here, you should be able to go through, look at all these learning targets, kind of review what you're expected to learn, make sure you've got a good understanding, check your work as you go through, and once you've learned everything in the unit, you can go ahead and take practice tests. And once you've got a good score on those, once you've learned what you're expected to learn, then you can go ahead and let me know, and we can give you the final test. We'll also have assignments every so often. For example, right here I've got an assignment. Right here I've got an assignment. So we'll be going through these step by step. So let's look at some of the resources we've got. First off, we've got Khan Academy. Khan Academy already has a bunch of organic chemistry videos, and they're going to be a really useful resource for you, both in this class and if you take organic chemistry again in college. Now, their setup is going to be more geared towards a college course where we're really looking at the introduction. The whole focus of our course is making it easier once you get to college. So they're going to be a little more spread out. For our first unit, we're going to be looking at alkanes, cycloalkanes, and functional groups, specifically how to name them. So in Khan Academy, they're going to have naming, but some of this stuff, like alkenes, which we'll talk about in our first unit, they have in this separate portion. So you might have to go digging for some of this, but it's not difficult to navigate. So I would encourage you to go through here and just take a look at some of the information that Khan Academy has. Kind of get familiar with it so you can see where some things are so that you can find them easier later when you need them. The next resource we have available is this website called Master Organic Chemistry. I've got a link to this in our introduction. This will be a huge resource. This organic chemistry professor made an exhaustive website. It covers organic 1 and 2 reactions, all kinds of things. This guy even has he's got a membership. If you really end up liking organic chemistry, you could go on and study that more in college, and this guy would be a fantastic resource. So I really encourage you to get familiar with this one especially. He has basically, like I said, this is exhaustive. Exhaustive means it has everything it could have. We will barely be touching a lot of this. So the one thing that we are going to look at in this first unit is 03, alkanes and nomenclature. And in this, he's got this link right here, the most important functional groups. And these functional groups are going to be kind of what makes organic molecules really special and give them a lot of different properties. This is going to be the primary thing that we learn in this unit. And so we're not going to cover all of these. We will cover a number of them. Thiols we won't cover, amides we won't cover, but pretty much the rest of these we will be looking at. So you can look forward to that. These will actually be, I think they're really cool. So as you go through that, you should be able to use this website for a resource, Khan Academy for a resource. You can use my lecture notes, the YouTube videos I've created, and if that's still not enough, I would encourage you to go to YouTube. Look something up. Look up what you're trying to learn about. Organic chemistry nomenclature. Just hit search on that. And instantly, we have a bunch of extra resources. Organic chemistry tends to be one of those classes that doesn't have as many tutorial videos as other classes, but there's still quite a few out there. So there is basically endless resources at your disposal to help you learn everything we need to learn here. And as this is just an introductory course, you probably won't need to go here too often, but I would encourage you, whenever you're feeling confused, try and see if you can figure it out on your own, using YouTube or just going to Google and finding something. Oh, gosh. And going to something else, maybe just going to Google and going how to name an alcohol organic chemistry, something like that. Just searching that, and you'll probably get another resource. So this is going to be very, very convenient, very useful to you to kind of build your own personal library of resources. All right, the last thing, there are going to be times where we're going to be drawing organic molecules and times that you'll be submitting them. An easy way for you to do this on your computers is to go to this website. It's called Mallview. I've got a link in the introduction. And on this website, it's just a web app that is really easy to access. You can draw any organic molecule you want. So let's just draw a quick one. Let's draw something like butene. Let's do that. Butene. Nope, that's not what I wanted. You can Control Z this. It'll have an undo function. So there's butene. Now, this might not mean anything to you at this point, but as we learn skeletal structures, you'll be able to draw very complex organic molecules like this. It's got a lot of really useful tools. I've got some selectors up here. I can move things around, blah, blah, blah. If I hit this button, it'll show me all the carbons and hydrogens, which are normally hidden. It'll show me all the bonds between them. I can make a 2D to 3D model, and it'll give me this. Look at that. Look at that. How cool is that? I can go back to here. Oh, that's a bit close. Zooming in and out is very easy. I can make all kinds of molecules. This is a benzene ring. There's another one. There's another one. I can just keep adding these, attaching these together. Here's a cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclohexane. I can make functional groups like a little oxygen group coming off of here. Here's we'll call this an alcohol. We'll make a lot of things like this. We've got a lot of very useful tools in here that will allow us to really make a lot of things work at our disposal. So I just really wanted to show you these, just kind of show you how these worked. Just see a couple things here. Just some of the various tools that we can use to really help us as we go along in this course. So start exploring, start looking at your learning targets, and let me know if you have any questions. At any point, if there's anything that you're struggling to find, if you've tried Googling it, you've tried looking at YouTube, absolutely ask me for help. I'll be teaching another class while you guys are going through this, but you can always email me, you can always ask me after class, whatever you need. All right, thanks guys.